Namaste and a very good morning to all of you. I welcome you to my channel, The Outlier. My name is Mithun. In today's video, I'll be talking about a very powerful machine learning resource, which is called as the UCI Machine Learning Repository. Even before I proceed to demonstrate some of the most powerful benefits of using this particular repository, may I request you to subscribe to my channel, also like and share my videos. Let's begin by asking a simple question. What exactly is the UCI Machine Learning Repository? The UCI Machine Learning Repository was created by a person named David Aha in the University of California. Originally, this repository was intended to be used by machine learning community. It was a platform where researchers can access various datasets for experimentation, analysis, and benchmarking of machine learning algorithms. Now, let's ask another important question. What are the major benefits of using the UCI Machine Learning Repository? The first and the foremost benefit that you get is easy access to datasets. The second benefit is variety of topics. You'll find datasets covering a wide range of topics from healthcare and finance to social science and sports. This variety allows you to explore different areas of interest and apply machine learning techniques to real-world problems. Number three, you'll have access to high-quality data. The datasets in this repository are carefully curated and often used in research and education. This means you can trust the quality of data, which is essential for training accurate machine learning models. Number four, benchmarking. Many datasets in the UCI Machine Learning Repository are well-established benchmarks in the machine learning community. By using these datasets, you can compare your machine learning algorithms' performance with others, helping you gauge your model's effectiveness. Number five, learning and practice. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced data scientist, the UCI Machine Learning Repository offers opportunities for learning and practice. You can experiment with different algorithms, techniques, and approaches using real-world data, helping you sharpen your skills and deepen your understanding of machine learning. Number six, community engagement. The UCI Machine Learning Repository has a vibrant community of users, including researchers, students, and practitioners. You can benefit from this community by sharing your findings, collaborating on projects, and learning from others' experiences. Number seven, open access. One of the best parts about the UCI Machine Learning Repository is that it is completely open and free to use. There are no subscription fees or restrictions, making it accessible to everyone interested in machine learning. Number eight, real-world relevance. The datasets in UCI Machine Learning Repository are often sourced from real-world scenarios, making them highly relevant for practical applications. By working with real data, you can develop machine learning models that address genuine problems and challenges faced in various industries. Number nine, educational resources. Alongside datasets, the UCI machine learning provides supplementary educational resources such as documentation, papers, and tutorials. These resources can help you understand the context of the data, learn about different machine learning techniques, and stay updated on the latest research trends. Last but not the least, we have contribution and collaboration. The UCI machine learning encourages contribution from the community, allowing users to submit their datasets for inclusion. By contributing datasets or collaborating with others on existing projects, you can actively participate in the advancement of machine learning research and practice. These are some of the major benefits of using the UCI Machine Learning Repository. When you begin to use the UCI Machine Learning Repository, you will simply love the number of data sets they have, the wide range of topics that they present. Also, you'll be blown away with the easy access to data sets. This repository provides a vast collection of data sets which are readily available for anyone to use. This means you don't have to spend time searching for data. It's all conveniently organized in one place. I will be pasting the link for this particular repository in the description box. Those of you who are interested in exploring this particular repository in greater detail, please feel free to click on the link and explore the repository. As you can see here, this is the welcome page of the resource. It says we are currently maintaining 664 datasets as a service to the ML community. If you are interested, you can go ahead and donate your own datasets, which will be used by millions of people all around the world. You see a friendly blue color button which says view datasets. You can also click on the contribute a dataset option to contribute your own dataset. Let me scroll down. What you'll see here is a list of popular datasets. In the left-hand side, you can see the list of all the widely used datasets in the ML community. You can see the very, very famous iris dataset. Then you have the dry bean dataset, heart disease, so on and so forth. Let me go ahead and click on the iris dataset. But even before I go ahead and click, you can have a look at the description of this dataset. This is a very small dataset created by Fisher in the year 1936. You can see here it says classification, implying that this dataset is mostly useful for classification of flowers. It's a dataset which is widely used for classification problem. It also mentions the samples, 150 instances, and there are 4 features or columns in this particular dataset. Let me draw your attention to a very, very important point. In this particular repository, it is not that you get to access only structured dataset. You also get to access unstructured dataset like images or text files as well. If you have a look at the dry bean dataset, it says images of 13,611 grains of 7 different registered dry beans were taken, mostly used for classification problem. The sample size is mentioned, and this particular dataset has 16 features. Let me go ahead and click on the first dataset, the iris dataset, to explore this particular dataset in greater detail. The moment you click on the iris dataset, you can see here it describes when was this particular file donated, certain other characteristics of the dataset like it is tabular, subject area would be biology, associated tasks would be classification. We don't use this particular dataset for regression type of problem. We mostly use this for classification. The feature type here is real. Instances, you have 150 as we've discussed, and the features. What is really interesting is you can go ahead and click on the download button in case you choose to download this particular file. You also have the import in Python option. Then it lists the number of citations. There are 352 citations which use the iris dataset. You can have a look at the views, the keywords, the creator, and very importantly, DOI is also mentioned. Last but not the least, you can see here the license details. To the left side, you can see here, what do the instances in this dataset represent? Mostly, it gives you a description of the metadata. Does it have missing values? It says no. You can click on the show more option. It just goes on to describe the dataset in greater detail. Let me scroll down. In case you want to read some of the earlier papers which have used iris dataset, you can take a look at this particular paper, the iris dataset, in search of the source of Virginica. Virginica is one of the species of the flower which is used in the dataset. This is the metadata. Metadata is nothing but data about the data. Further, it says baseline model performance. There are other machine learning experts who have downloaded the iris dataset and they have tried different algorithms. As you can see here in the left-hand side, it lists the 5 algorithms that have been tried on this particular dataset. The XGBoost algorithm, support vector machine, random forest algorithm, neural network classification, and logistic regression. Here, you can look at the level of accuracy. It's quite clear that the neural network is the best algorithm because here you're able to obtain an accuracy of 97%. If I were to scroll up, you can see here, there is another criteria which is called as the precision criteria. If you want to compare the existing models based on the precision that was obtained, you can go ahead and look at the precision. Now, for the existing 5 algorithms, it gives you a report of the precision. Looks like, again, looks like the neural network algorithm achieves the highest level of precision of 97%. Now, you can take a look at all the papers which cite the iris dataset. There are a lot of papers here that have been written which cite the iris data set. It gives you the review to just take a look at the quality of the data set. Let me scroll up. We have come back to the welcome page. I'm also interested in telling you some of the IoT-based data sets that are present in this particular repository. Let me now scroll down and click on what is called as See More Popular Data Sets. In the left side, you can see the filters option. This is very, very useful, especially if you are looking at a specific data set. This allows you to specify the search criteria so that you can drill down to the most appropriate data set for your research. There are 7 criteria here called as keywords. You can click on the drop-down menu. You can specify the keyword. For example, if you're mostly interested in meta-heuristic research or academic performance or something related to accelerometer or AIDS or Alzheimer's disease, you can mention the keyword and UCI Machine Learning Repository will help you find the data set which best matches your search criteria. The second option here is what is called as the data type. Let me go ahead and click on the drop-down menu. Based on your research, you can click on the data type. Sometimes you may be interested in image file, or you may be interested in doing multivariate analysis or sequential data, specifically LSTM or gated recurrent unit or recurrent neural network would come into picture. Then you have spatio-temporal option, tabular data, text data, time series data, or any other data set. So this is as far as the data type is concerned. If you want to mention by the subject area, you can click on the drop-down menu and specify what is the subject area of your interest. It could be biology, business, climate, computer science, engineering, or games. UCI Machine Learning Repository would go ahead, do a deep dive, and give you the data set which you require. You can also specify the task here. Sometimes what we do is classification. Therefore, you can tick the classification option. If you're doing a regression problem or a clustering algorithm or any other task, you can mention the task. Here again, UCI Machine Learning Repository helps you with the task that you have in mind. Many times we are very, very specific about the features. Sometimes you may be interested in working on big data. At other times, you may be interested in working on small data sets. So this option is very, very useful. That is a number of features. If you're looking for a data set which has less than 10 features, you can tick mark the first option. If you're looking at a large data set or a wide data set of 10 to 100 variables, you can click on the second option. If you're looking at a data set with more than 100 features, you can click on the third option. This is as far as the features are concerned. In case you want to specify the search criteria based on the sample size, let's say a very small data set with less than 100 cases, you can click on this particular option. If you're looking at a data set in between 100 to 1000, you can tick mark the second option. More than 1000, you can go ahead and click on the last option. Then you have feature type. What kind of features are you looking at? Are you interested in numeric feature or a categorical feature? Depending on your requirement, you can click on a data set which has purely numerical features or categorical features. In an ideal scenario, we'd be looking at a mixed data set. Therefore, the third option would be ideal. The last of the options here, let me remove the expand button here, is the language. Typically, Python is the most preferred language. So here you have the option which is available for Python import. So this is how user-friendly it is. You can drill down the search criteria and pull out the data set which meets your requirement. I have found this resource very, very useful, and I would highly recommend that people use this particular repository. The more specific you are with the search criteria, the better it is. I hope you enjoyed this particular video. I request you to try this repository and do let me know in the comment section your thoughts about this particular repository. Thank you very much for watching this particular video. Have a great day ahead.